It's both very inspirational and well guided. We had, you know, in Scouts, there was comments earlier that we have, there's a senior patrol officer that at times he's not there, and he, you know, and so therefore the assistant senior patrol leader needs to step up and take charge. There wasn't a meeting or an event that you just could not count on Josh to step up and take charge. He knew things were going to get done. It was a great leader. And so when I got to Scout Spirit, I was like, done. It was a real quick conversation because, you know, he was a great role model for all of us. So on that, congratulations and thank you.
You know, I'd like to ask, well, maybe you say it here, at your option. I would ask Don Long to come in and lead us in the Eagle Charge.
Josh, I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout Charge on the elevation to the highest rank in scouting. Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you have been counted worthy of this high rank in Boy Scouts. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are now a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. Your responsibility, however, goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country and to your God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these things depend, for the most part, on the quality of its citizens. Our country has a great past. You are here to make a future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the high level of service to God and your fellow men. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on a solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. And whatever others may say or do, leave behind a record of which every Scout may be justly proud. The Eagle Scout candidate will now take his Eagle Scout pledge. As the candidate takes his pledge for the very first time, all of those present who are Eagle Scouts in the audience would also stand and reaffirm their pledge. Will each of you now give the Scout sign and repeat after me in unison? I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to take my training and example,
to take my training and example,
my rank and my influence,
my rank and my influence,
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Thank you.
There were a number of other men who pledged their sacred honor. 1776. On behalf of the Court of Honor of Three Harbors Council, Boy Scouts of America, with the high hope that you will always represent the finest of character and citizenship, we welcome you into the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts and congratulate you and your parents and your scout leaders and your troop. Josh, would you please step up to the awards table along with Mr. and Mrs. Schubring? I'd ask you to take positions on either side of your son. The time has finally come, and the honor of pinning your eagle on your uniform rightly falls to the persons who most responsible for you being there, your parents. In recognition of fatherly advice and guidance along the trail to Eagle, I will ask this Eagle Scout's father now to pin the Eagle Scout Award over his heart from the left pocket. I always remind every parent, now is the opportunity that you could potentially leave a mark. Just be very careful. Or maybe not. Now, Josh, there's your moment of faith. No words of this Court of Honor could do justice to the devotion and the loving support of your mother, and with that, how she's helped you towards achieving this worthy honor. So I now ask that your mother present you with the Eagle Scout handkerchief. Mr. Pinkowski has an award to present. To supplement the Eagle, if that's possible.
Some people may think that after becoming an Eagle Scout, a Scout has reached the end of his trail. But as Josh knows, they are mistaken. He has continued to lead, serve, and grow as an Eagle. He has expanded his scouting knowledge and shared his expertise with new scouts joining the troop. The Eagle Palm, bronze Eagle Palm represents the completion of at least 26 merit badges, 21 to reach Eagle, and 5 more for this bronze palm. If an Eagle Scout completes more merit badges, he can earn gold and then a silver palm. The gold Eagle Palm represents the completion of at least 31 merit badges, 21 to reach Eagle, 5 for the bronze, and 5 more for the gold. If an Eagle Scout completes more merit badges, he will earn the silver palm. So it's my pleasure to pin on Josh Schubring the gold and bronze Eagle Palm.
Thank you, Mr. Pankowski. It's my understanding also that as a matter of time, it's inevitable he will get the silver. He's earned all the badges. It's just a matter of continuing service in the troop. So he will have the highest possible recognition as an Eagle Scout. So that's something to be really proud of. I now ask for Braden and McKinnon to come forward and present the Eagle Scout certificate signed by our Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America. You may be seated. Josh, you have the floor.
Mom and Dad, could you please come forward to receive the Mom and Dad pin? First off, I would like to thank everyone for helping me throughout scouting. Beginning with Cub Scouts through today, I would at this time like to present two special people with mentor awards. They have gone over above for me in scouting, and they have always had my back. One person here did more than just help me in scouting. He challenged me and made me stronger as a scout. This man had my back when I needed it most. Whether it was something small like signing off requirements, or something big like making sure I was still alive, hiking through the mountains of Philmont with Mono. He brightened my day with his jokes, which weren't always very good, but helped me forget how sick I was, and he gave me a hard time as well. He made sure I did the job in a complete Boy Scout manner. He taught me one of the most important lessons in scouting. Figure out how you like to do the hard things. Figure out what everyone else goes out of their way to avoid, and just take care of it. With this learned, you're going to do well in whatever you want to achieve. The man who I am speaking about is Mr. Lassa. Mr. Lassa, would you please come forward, as I would like to present you with this mentor pin at this time. He has dedicated so much of his time to me out of his busy schedule. I swear the man never sleeps. His dedication to Scouts alone is uplifting to me and a standard that I admire. You shared your scouting wisdom with my dad and I. That positive outlook was infectious to me. Your knowledge and craftsmanship on my project, what a great gift that I could never repay you for. I have learned so much about forming and masonry, taking the right steps and not the shortcuts. You helped me from step one of my project to its final day. My project would have never been successful without your support and direction. Again, thank you for the many hours you spent on my service project. Mr. Skoronsky, would you please come forward, as I would like to present you with the mentor pin at this time. This individual is often in the shadows, and being also humble, he never complains about the job no one else will do, yet smiles through it, usually. Dan has that kind of work attitude that exemplifies the work ethic that I aspire to. Dan Scheller, would you accept my mentor pin on your behalf? Take a moment to say a lot of thank yous to each and every one that supported me through my project. I need to backtrack though. It's not one day that I woke up and said, oh, let's become an Eagle Scout. My scouting career began as a Tiger Cub, a first grader in an orange t-shirt. I would like to thank everyone in Pack 531 for giving me a great Cub Scout experience. The next person I need to thank is our MC tonight, Mr. Rourke. I am proud to call you my first Scoutmaster. My year up at camp My first year up at camp, Mr. Ork was there for me, as with the rest of the boys. I remember when he bought me a shotgun ticket and took me to the shooting range. It was the little acts of generosity and a great personality that made being a Boy Scout so admirable. I'd like to thank the rest of my adult Scout leaders for giving me this program and to be a part of be a part of the program and allowing me to grow and flourish. And thank you with the conception of this project, for finding my project worthy of Eagle Scout Service project, and Mr. Hyatt for helping me get it publicized in the local paper. That exposure helped with a lot of additional funding. I'd like to thank Mrs. Egan for approving me and guiding me through the setup of my project and planning the paperwork. I would like to thank Jerry Sutherland, which helped me with a big hurdle of blueprinting and bringing up the ideas to reality on paper. Your support and teaching was very inspirational. I would like to thank Alderman Ken Skoronsky, walking me through all of the city politics, what departments to work with, and navigating me through all the hurdles of permits, then building and planning. That is worthy of worthy of earning my eagle in that itself. I would like to thank Mayor Tom Taylor. Thank you for sitting in on my meeting with the planning department. Amazing how personalities can change when the mayor is involved. A definite eye-opener for my dad and I, something everyone should experience. Thank you for your support and aid. I would like to thank Dan Scheller and my dad for going to see how the VFW plaque was attached to the old wall, and then finding out that they couldn't wait to start demo as typical. Give a guy a hammer and see what happens. Not sure of the real story, but somehow my dad broke his toe and he says Dan did it. That's why Mrs. Egan stresses the first aid kit and safety plan for our adults. Dan also put a lot of sweat into hand digging my footings. Without him, I may have rented a machine. Getting to that exact 4 foot with a tapered hole was not an easy task. I ran into a lot of what to do's. Even with a plan, what to do next, and how we should proceed issues. Thank goodness Ken Skoronsky Jr., which lives 2 blocks away from the project, and a truck full of tools. He was always there to help me with every need and to keep me on course. I can't begin to tell you the life lessons in masonry and craftsmanship that he shared with me. Ken Skoronsky Jr. shared his time with me that he didn't have time to share, while also constructing his son's new project. Grandpa and Grandma Schubring were there for all of those phone calls and help. When we needed another drill bit or cement adhesive, they ran to those hurry up and get it done dark errands for me. I would like to thank John Stallenworth. He had my back with the trash pump. It never failed when it was time for an inspection. My footings were full of water, and we learned that waters in the holes will not pass. Plumber John with the VFW for getting BMCI contractors to do the flat work around my fire pit. To all of my fellow scouts who came out and supported me with moving bricks, pulling debris, spreading 12 yards of topsoil, and then the grass seed. Getting this done could not have happened without the support of my family, friends, teachers, and Franklin citizens, which dropped off cans and cash to raise funds to support this endeavor. Uncle Jerry's and his cousins and my cousins Barb and Judy, JJ, Tracy, the Holtz family, to create a matching challenge on raising funds. And thank you to Mr. Block. Your benefactor support and guidance on how to meet with donors was present was a great of help. The outreach and support from everyone, those who had no idea who I was or what I could really do with this project, was really extremely touching. Most of all, the Hales Corners Franklin VFW Post for approving my project and allowing me the use of their property to construct the flag retirement site. Mr. Hushik really went out for me to make my wish a reality. Mr. Hushik, I took on a geometry project with string to lay out a cement flatwork that was really a feat of all feats. Mr. Russ Owens, what can I say? but all of your daily on-site support of Navy stories were nothing less than inspirational for my young mind. But without Mr. Owens, we wouldn't have had refrigerated beverages. By the way, here's your shed key back. With all that said, if I have missed anyone, but again, thank you for supporting me through this project, helping me to become a respectable young man, and for being here today.
Josh, I have to say, that is the best in all my tenure in scouting, the best acknowledgement of people in your project. I also have to say, Mary, you and Tom and Jeff, you have to watch out. A guy that's this smooth politically is after your chair, okay? So watch out. I also want to call one other point. As I'm standing here, you have your back to, your speaker has his back to you, and your kind of mind's wandering, and he has this button on his back pocket, and I read the button. He's wearing American Eagle jeans. Okay. Is there anyone who has anything else they'd like to say about Josh? Anything? Maybe seated. It's time for our closing ceremony. I believe we need Xavier. Nathan. You got me?
I thought there was someone here. I have one other gift. Josh, this is the silver dollar presentation. We have, it is a silver dollar bought by your parents, the Schubring family, in honor of this special occasion. The silver dollar, which presents